am just Paul of Recreator doing like my annual video. This is actually my favorite songs of 2014, and though my opinion is really rock solid, you guys can still put your favorite songs of 2014 down in the comments because I'd love to know. Let's start with number 10. It is Red Eyes by The War on Drugs. Besides their name being super cool, I am really excited that this trend of folk in pop music being really popular because it's such a good genre to begin with. And Red Eyes was especially a good song that at least gained the last place on my list. Number 9 is Happy Idiot by TV on the Radio. We've been really interested in this band for quite a few years now, and they did not fail us in 2014. They created a song that was really unique on the themes of trying to forget somebody or breaking up with somebody, and it explained and described a lot of people in this decade. Number 8 is Left Hand Free by AltJ. Now, in 2014, AltJ was someone I actually just found out about. They had a little bit of activity in 2013, but they really popped with songs like this one. And I gotta say, it's really funky and brought me to the rest of their songs, which I'm equally thankful for. Number 7 is Fever by the Black Keys. Talking about funky songs, Fever was even criticized for being a little bit too funky, a little bit too retro. But if anybody does retro justice, it's the Black Keys. They can have 7-minute songs if they want. They're the Black Keys. Number 6 is Ultraviolet by Lana Del Rey. My favorite, least favorite artist of all time. I'll never stop going on about how confused I am about Lana Del Rey, but this album was so addictive and had so many interesting, just encompassing themes that you just really want to dive into. They're just terrible and awesome, and I picked Ultraviolet because it really encompassed this entire album, even though there were lots of addicting songs like West Coast. I didn't pick West Coast because that song is literally about nothing. It's about nothing, guys. It's about nothing. Number 5 was a fun one. It's Roller Coaster by the Bleachers. The Bleachers had a lot of great songs this year, and the Bleachers kind of introed themselves to us this year. They showed us, hey, we're a really cool band, and guess what you guys are? And so Roller Coaster was my favorite song of theirs this year because it just makes me happy. There are just some songs you want to put on your playlist because they make you feel in love. Whether you're with someone or not, they just make you feel in love. Roller Coaster was one of them. Killer Queen You Are. Number 4 was Stay With Me by Sam Smith. I fell in love with Sam Smith this year. He really exploded onto the scene with his amazing songs just about not having someone. And I literally just realized that like yesterday, that all of his songs are so sad. Say that again. No, I'm just kidding, you guys there. I kind of want to sell tickets to me singing in my room to Sam Smith because it's hilarious. Oh darling, stay with me. Do you know that he actually recorded that entire chorus with only his voice? He stood around the room and that just shows you what an amazing singer he is. Sam Smith, please gay marry me. Number 3 is Why'd You Only Call Me When You're High by the Arctic Monkeys. I mean, I say it like that because I can hear the bass line as I say it. This was kind of a toss-up between Why Do You Only Call Me When You're High and Do I Want to Know? I know, 2 questions, 2 very important questions, but Why Do You Only Call Me When You're High is a more interesting question, so that one wins. Number 2 is All the Rage Back Home by Interpol. And Not Care About a love and not care about them relationship with Interpol for quite a few years now because they've been around for a long time. But this song really highlights the great songs they've written. They are all the rage back home and in other places. And number 1, Katie, give me a drum roll. Is Take Me to Church by Hozier. I know this song is on top 40 and you're probably sick of hearing it by now, but it got to top 40 because it climbed all the way to the charts for being so freaking good. If folk pop ruled 2012 and 2014, Hozier just introduced gospel into the mix. How cool is that? He basically introduced an entire genre. Take Me to Church is a little bit more than that though. It's one of the most beautifully written lyrical songs I've heard in years. If you guys just listen to this and understand what he's talking about, then watch the video and see how many layers they built upon this love story, this isolated love story. It's absolutely magical. And that's why that long-haired, boring to watch gospel crooner gets my #1. I literally barely like any of his other songs, but this one, I think he made a deal with the devil to talk about going to church. I figured it out. Tell me down below what your favorite songs of 2014 are, and guess what? I'm gonna put on a playlist so I can listen to it at my New Year's Eve party. You're invited if you can figure out my address. You know what? I should.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. Don't. You're not. You're not. But I will have a New Year's Eve party. Peace, love, rock and roll.